Masanyu, the Jew, Nema, Diana. We are saying good morning to you, people of God. Hope the good Lord has taken good care of you. Well, today, a day like this, I'll say it's it's a sunny, warm, beautiful day. Yeah, this is the exact time if you have a newborn baby. Yeah, this is the time. Wofurumiza baby no mwanika.
For vitamin D.
Yeah, for vitamin D.
For vitamin D. Yes.
So this is the time. Yeah, introduce them to the world like this. But again, it's not just about being in there, there's a akasana. So it is a beautiful morning today, being a Wednesday. We'll definitely talk about love and relationships. And Masanyu here is very excited about today's topic. Yes.
Today's topic is not so much different from most of the topics we've discussed, or it's not new in your ears, but we keep resounding these words. They say one word is enough to a wise, but in our generation, abantu beerabira mangu. So we have to keep on capitalizing on certain things. Nga Bible bwegamba nti tagenda kussa mukono paka nga Yerusalemu efuuse ettendo. Can we have an English version of that? What does that say in English?
No, you, the interpreter in church. What does it say?
Tugenda mu maaso. Today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying very much,
you guys,
with your help, with your engagement, with your experience,
yes, sir.
With your opinion, to help us identify those things that men and women do during dating that hinder the success of that relationship, and you are sure it will not progress to any significant level. Any significant level, I'm talking about introduction, I'm talking about marriage, all kuchala for starters. So what are those small things that you experience, or what are those turn-offs that you experience in a relationship? And you're like, what I've seen, some call them red flags. This is a red flag and I cannot go past this. And of course, because we have ample time, we shall demystify some few myths here and there about red flags. Most of you have lost good partners. Most of you have lost good men because you probably identified some stuff as red flags, yet they are not red flags because you've not healed, because you're still insecure, because you're still nursing a heartbreak, because probably of your past experience, you tend to think that everything that you notice on a guy is a red flag. So that's the direction that we want to take on today's show. You can be part of the discussion by engaging us by calling or sending us a message directly on 0705 966 966. You can send us a message. I'll be in position to read it here, and of course you can also call us. We'll be in position to pick you up and we get to know what's up. I will start with Diana. You've lived long in this world, and you've fought your battles.
Now that you've
conquered your
lived
demons.
less.
You've conquered your demons. You've fought battles. You've lived long, and you've experienced most of these things. By thinking, in my opinion,
all of us have experienced.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think you've entertained at least 15 relationships.
In your opinion, that you're entitled to your opinion.
Thank you very much, madam.
Yeah. That is your opinion.
Yes.
No, in my opinion, she has been in 2.
That are serious?
No, like 2 relationships.
2 relationships.
Area and area mu baby.
Yeah.
Tetujibala.
Bijali aido. Bamukwata aido. Yali apaalira mu kibuga amantaala. Bamukwalira bamusuula ku ttaka.
Namugamba mwana wa ssomero.
Kwata
aido mwana w'essomero kati wano ng'okuzeekuzeemu.
Ebyo by'osiiba okola kati owulira obyenyumirizaamu wulira.
You are big.
Out of the fullness of the heart,
Anyi.
the mouth what?
Speakers.
Tayagala nokundekera.
Now checho kyali mono.
Kiso ky'embuzi. Kiso kya mbuzi kati ate oli mukulumbanze.
Kwata.
Omwana ddaya.
Naye Mukama na wakisa. Olaba okyaliwo ng'okyali mulokole.
Teyerabira bantu.
Wakisa.
Teyerabira bantu be.
Aye n'atakwerabira n'era n'akuwa n'omukyala.
Gye nvudde tebibadde ebirungi. Kubadde kutetenkanya nnyo.
But anyways, the things that might look as red flags or that could cause a relationship not to succeed, especially during dating. Yeah, things like let's talk about the I'm going to talk about the side of the ladies.
I'll talk about my side as well. Yeah, and King of course ye mukulu ajja kutunyumiza ebyalo sekano lyaggwe muwanvu otubulire ebyekibuga.
We as ladies, most of the times we tend to jump into relationships sometimes, not all the times, without having to heal first from the past relationships. And so immediately after you get out of this relationship, you're going into another. And you've not given it time for you to be able to heal or to be able to actually get into that space where you're now receptive and you are balanced. Yeah, you don't have pain, you don't have anger, you don't have comparison. Yeah, so now that in most cases could affect the relationship and not have it successful. Now comparison. The moment you hear someone comparing you to their ex or to the people they've been with or to even friends actually. For example, I'm dating you, Masanyu, but over time I'm like, Kutoa kingi bwali smart. You know, those things are things that could affect the relationship.
Comparison, yeah.
Comparing this person that has come to date you. Actually, this person could have been good, but the thing is, you either have expectations that maybe yandibadde obanga omuntu a certain way, oba yandibadde at a certain level, you know, you compare them, and then nogatamu expectations, and so this relationship have lesser chances of growth, of being sustained. Yes, I don't know about you guys. Muntase kumuna mwineza mwe temuntunulira nyonga nzaina nzeka.
Yeah.
But you can also feel free to join this conversation and let us know what are those things that you think lead to failing relationships that are just starting and they end up failing all of a sudden. There's someone that told me, Diana, for me, I have dated people, and I've dated people from different countries, long-distance relationships. But unfortunately, all of them end up nga siba meetings na ba meetinga oshegera na dating omuntu, and before you know it, beyagalide ku internet, buli kimu bakikolede ku internet, n'okwechawa bechayide ku internet, nako meetinga tebe meetings oshegera. So such a person nga yetasoka kubala abalamu long distance njisobola ye long distance bichi ebirimu. So sometimes we do not calculate our steps as we go into relationships, and we end up messing or making wrong decisions with the people that we get.
Since I brought this topic, I want to give some clarifications. Who are we addressing exactly? We are addressing Christian men and women that go into relationship at the back of their mind with an end goal of getting into marriage. You get into a relationship and you all certain we are Christians, this is where we are going. So if you're there and you're into sampling relationships, you're into situationships, you're into dating for fun.
Carl, let me ask you, don't Christians do those things?
No.
Be honest.
Those are not the Christians we are addressing today.
Okay.
Yes.
Because if you are addressing Christians...
Well, I think some of the red flags as well you need to understand is that if you're actually dating somebody and then they are...
naye aba muzibu nnyo.
Mute.
Eyo kyova olaba ngambye we tutandikidde eyo tusooke tuveeyo because that
ati
is,
abayo
we don't want to
n'omulokole n'abalokole nabo babikola kakati bwe baba babikola gwe ate omulokole alina values zo
eyo ye bare
wogambira nti no
eyo ye bare minimum kati wenjagala tutandikire conversation kubanga tutandikira mu conversation eno wansi it is stooping too low so tutandikire ku conversation
kale tandika conversation tulabe tutandikire wotandikira
I want to give some clarifications into wenjagala tutandikire twagatandikire ku relationship ey'abalokole ng'ekiganye relationship eno okugenda ku next level temuli mu mpaako temuli mu ntolizaala akalema la bwe tutuukayo eyo nga eyo tubirekera abaana ba Jezebel tutandikire eno. You into a relationship, I'm dating you, I'm pursuing you, Diana, and we are both Christians. And we are past that. We know the values that Christianity calls for, but the relationship does not go on. One of the things I call them non-negotiables. Diana, I have non-negotiables as a person. I had my non-negotiables. What we sometimes call uncomfortable conversations that you have with someone that you're pursuing for marriage. Some people today compromise with those non-negotiables in the talking stage or in the first stage of their relationship. I come for you, Diana, and we get into the relationship 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and I'm deliberate about not fully opening up to things that I'm not comfortable with, but only sharing what I am comfortable with sharing with you. For instance, some people get to the final stage of their relationship at the verge of getting married, at the verge of probably proposing to their spouses, but they have not disclosed their medical condition to this girl. And there are certain things that some people will never compromise. Daya, we can't be dating and then however much I'm in love with you, there is something that you'll hit me with, the truth that you hit me with at the last hour, and however much I love you, I'll pull out of the relationship. And many people are doing that.
Yeah, most people don't actually disclose their health complications. Now, the health complications we are talking about the chronic diseases as well.
Yes, chronic diseases, yes.
Chronic diseases and also other infections. For example,
would you give us examples of those?
For example, if you're sickler, it is
a carrier, yeah.
Yeah, it's very important.
Sickler or carrier, yeah.
Yeah. To actually tell you, guy, by the way,
both sickler and a carrier.
It is human, unless you don't know.
Unless you don't know.
Unless you don't know, yeah.
You're sickler, you're HIV positive.
Yeah, talk about that. There's people that don't disclose.
You have ulcers as well. I think, yeah, I think you need to inform people.
You need to inform people.
I struggle with this. I have this particular issue. So then they locate themselves in that relationship, whether they're actually going to stay or not. And then the earlier you introduce it before you even give in your full heart. For example, and I feel like women need to do this. A guy always proposes a relationship. What is your take?
Talk about acute, what do they call them? Acute sinuses? Those small those acute triggers. Asthmatic, yeah. Asthmatic.
So ina sinuses ukasema mbani no kuwera nga nsidinzinga. All year in, year out.
Out.
Omugambe nze no goyagala no twala goyagala oyingirira. Nina bageji zange.
Waliwo n'abakanuka.
Nina ngwesimbu.
Waliwo abakanuka. Some are epileptic, yes, that's okay. Waliwo abakanuka. I know of a friend that has a condition like that. Nga akanuka nenga it's normal to them, bakuze nacho. Okanuka, I don't know what I should say in English, but
convulsions.
The convulsion is different. Afubutuka omusayi mu nnyindo. N'abeera esaatu yonna n'etoba.
Okwerumika so kukanuka.
Akanuka kuvudde waawo.
Kyekimu.
Nedda.
Okukanuka amaaso.
Kukanuka convulsing.
Okwerumika. Nga yerumika nenga abantu bendabyeko abeerumika ffe twamwina nga tusamba naye n'omupiira nenga yerumika baba esaatu yonna neeyiwa omusaayi nenga ye alyoke ng'aseka n'okuseka n'afuna akatambala neye cleaninga n'afuna amazzi neye cleaninga n'awumulamu eddakiika nga 10 n'anywa ku mazzi n'akomawo mu kisaawe ng'ewaabwe tekyalina condition ewaabwe tekyali trigger. Mulimu abazirika ng'olunaku azirika emirundi ng'egi
esatu
okuzirikira nno ddala naye nga n'abeewaabwe bamuvaako bwazirikanga banywa caayi waabwe
bavubuka balungi bazibu bawala balungi bazibu bali bakaalala. But you see, the issue is here
omwana akuzirikirako ewaka.
Again I think people don't communicate those deal breakers like Masanyu has actually said. Some of those things are deal breakers. You mentioned that we get to discover it in the process when we are all invested in a relationship. I will leave you.
And everyone knows about it.
You
the
understand
wedding
that?
is just next month.
Yes, I will leave you because you are not honest with me in the beginning. How could I understand these struggles that you're going through? But hey, how about you tell
have
someone,
children? I don't know about it.
Now, the other thing is that people keep secrets about children. They have. Man, the biggest mistake you'll ever do is keep your child a secret. The person
because for the rest of your life you have to do that.
Now, for the rest of your life you may have to do that, but you are raising a bitter generation after that.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Now, people forget that you hiding your child does not have an effect on you now, but it will have an effect.
It has an effect on the child.
Adda kubanga mu bukulu eventually otuuka mwenna mwemanyiira ozadde abaana bana bataano n'olyokuga mukyala ono alyogamba yali gyali naye nga saagala kugamba omwana oyo ebbanga lyamala nga tali naawe kubanga era oba omubuzaabuza oba obulaabula bwoti bamuteeka na wajjajjaawe gy'abeera mugamba mazima
akanyaga dadi nzije nkukyalireko
wakula while they are growing up they grow with bitterness. I started understanding life when I was in my primary 4 and making life choices and decisions in my primary 4. So contemplations ezo zijja, and that kid is going to be a menace and a pain to your other children. Agenda kutabula family ye no yonna ebibuuzo by'alinamu ye. Why is it that you didn't marry my mother? Why didn't you love me? Because most times kids think you actually ran away from them. You just didn't love them. Then why is it that the other ones have privileges that I don't have? You understand that? Most cases those kids eventually mubeere no ne mulokoka byonna bye mwagala okulokoka n'obeera pastor n'ombuulira enjiri ne mukola ki nga kali akaana kali kafuna IDMB from their mother, mama ako bakyali mulamu. Sometimes they even start bewitching you.
Atoloza goli mwana aberi bebana atogoza oli mwana.
That cocaine grows with a cocaine heart.
And honestly speaking, omwana watchiri olaba Masanyu
atako kapya. That cocaine boy
grows with a cocaine heart.
The heart of
hating
Abel.
Hating Abel
of in the other family. But yet it was very simple. Disclosing it at the inception.
Disclosing those kids. This woman to understand now that I'm coming, there is another young man.
What were first born?
Then umwana n'amanya nti okay, tuyinza obutabeera
naye. And by the way, you lose nothing.
Yes, tuyinza obutabeera naye buli lunaku, but he can actually go to boarding school, and we take care of him from there. In holidays n'abeerako wano n'abeerako wajjajja bw'atyo. Mukitegedde bubanga olaba
tumuwe emirembe tamukaka kye twagala naye n'abeera.
Yes, but for him knowing that daddy loves me, daddy knows me, but mommy
and I'm welcome anytime.
And I'm welcome anytime. Ate mommy azala tanyinaako buzibu because nombeerako n'obuzibu mwana wa musajja. You understand that?
Mwana wammwe.
So for me my issue is here, people who don't disclose their children that they have given birth to before
in a serious relationship.
In a serious
that
relationship.
Is eyeing marriage.
That's a very tough space you're actually getting yourself into. It doesn't matter how old that kid is, you need to disclose. You definitely need to disclose. Your wife ought to understand, and your wife, you can choose to tell your wife not to tell her parents and siblings.
Yeah.
You can tell your wife,
no between the two of you.
Kino kyenkugambye kyange naawe. Bw'oba ononjagala njagala naye oba tonjagale togamba bafamily yo nti ate bwakula nyino abaana.
Lindako nti muko gwe tuleeta alina empeekeera. Muko gwe tuleese leero.
So netusigala wakati wammwe.
Yazaala dda.
Netusigala wakati wammwe. Kati family yammwe just egenda bakyalirako n'ensangawo omwana.
Kati omwana ono amanya nti maama akimanyiiko maama omupya gw'oyina.
omwana alina okusooka
maama omwanjulira gavumenti omwana omwanjulira
gavumenti empya
n'omugamba nti kati waliwo new chef in town waliwo maama wo gavumenti eyo nengivuunika kati waliwo gavumenti endala
amanyi nti ono omwana wa daddi omwana amanyi nti
era omwanjulira nnyo curriculum n'omugamba katusoma bino. Let's come back.
We help jumpstart your day like this. The wake up call.